in-wall speakers, so let's design an in-wall speaker. So we started this. This is the, if you can just hand me, maybe just the yes. Thank you. So clearly, if I'm going to do a debut in-wall, I'm going to use the same drivers. Now obviously debut has both a 4-inch, a 5-inch and a 6-inch version. But in the custom in-wall market, no one's going to believe a 4-inch or a 5-inch driver is going to be adequate. It's always 6 or 8. And well, we'd already done a 6-inch version, the B6, so let's make that the basis for the in-wall. So that is literally a B6 system. Now the crossover has been adjusted for the fact that it's in a wall and not a box, you know, out in the room. So the balance of how it crosses between bass to mid-bass to mid-range has been changed to accommodate that. But essentially, it's just the B6. It's exactly the same drivers, mounted in the same way, and put into a wall. But what we have done is the moulding. This is the tweeter from the debut, but it's also mechanically compatible with putting the Uni-Fi driver in. So we thought for the future, we'll launch as debut first, but we have the capability of changing that out and turning it into the Uni-Fi. So maybe at some point I'll actually find time to do that amidst all my travel. So, and then what we also wanted to do in the construction, you know, we need the clips to hold it into the wall. We also decided to put a back piece on it. This is not an enclosure, it's still open, but it both, if you've got damping in the wall, it helps push that out of the way, keeps things away from the driver, but it also adds considerable extra stiffness to the frame, because the difficulty of doing in-wall speakers is both the plastic moulding is not as strong as a box, as a typical speaker box, but also, you know, so it flexes, and you're putting it into a flexing wall. It's only, you know, wall board rather than MDF. So we just wanted to stiffen the whole thing up by having this moulding and just give it extra rigidity. So obviously that comes as both a B6 and also as the C5, as the centre channel. So if you want to do in-wall centre channel, you have exactly the same idea as we have for the B6, but done as the C5. And even more so with this length of moulding, it's important to have this extra structure, and it's, you know, connected in many points to just give a very strong, you can't twist that, whereas if it had just been this baffle, you could have felt some twist. So, very strong construction. We had thought whether we should make it fit exactly between the standard studs in the US, but that would have compromised the design. And you know, it's a nice idea to say, I'll just cut a hole in the wall exactly between the studs. But where are the studs? If your TV is off there, but your studs are here, it's not going to be centered anyway. So most of the time you end up cutting through studs. So there's no real need to keep it to, you know, a 14-inch length.
We don't have that concept here at all. So
yeah, that concept doesn't work here. So yeah, you just center it on the wall inside the TV, under the TV, center it, and that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you think about the world market for custom install, it's driven by the US. The world's biggest market for custom install. All the houses built pretty much the same way. Very little brick construction except in the older parts of some of the cities. So that's the way we tend to do it. I know in Europe, or in England, you know, my house is breeze block and brick, so there's no way you're going to do custom install anyway. That needs more like on-wall type stuff. Sorry, I haven't got that ready yet. I'm looking, you know I'm looking on it. So then, in ceiling. So let's look at that one first. Yes? Oh.